Look at this beauty.
Discovery Roger, go for deploy.
2, 1,
0.
and liftoff. Liftoff. Americans return to space as Discovery clears the tower.
Welcome, one and all, Toon Talk 2.0. You said, look at this beauty. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at you.
Nothing. How are you? How's everyone around in the world? Thank you for all the people that are listening to us in Sweden, Stockholm, Turkey, of course, people in the States, people in Latin America, Mexico, Guatemala, Ecuador, whatever, Venezuela. Look
All
at
those
this.
places. Oh, though you wore those in
In a music video, correct?
yeah. It also wasn't an album cover. It was a singles cover, right?
Yeah, exactly. I got it from there, and I think they're proper to wear today because of the situation. Are you drinking milk?
Mm-hmm.
Drink milk.
And
Anyway,
watch Alabama football. Roll Tide, y'all.
Joel, welcome everyone. Today we have a good show, a really exciting show. I don't know what we did the production meeting, but then I got a little busy, so I don't know how we're gonna start with. But I promise you, we prepare a great show. I'm assuming we're gonna start with the four guys, right? That's
The four guys. You want to start with four guys?
yeah, dude. Come on, seriously,
Technically,
Jacob.
technically 3 men and a woman, but hey, a party's a
Good, but
party.
today was released the official trailer from the Fantastic Four for Marvel Studios. I'm really excited because actually it looks really good. I'm not a super fan, in my perception. I'm not a super fan for Reed Richards, the actor, whatever his name is, but
Oh, Senor Pascal.
yeah, I watched Narcos again. I kind of like him better, right? I recognize him that he's a good actor. I really recognize that he's a good actor. I don't know how he's getting so many roles, but kudos for him. His agent
I'll
must be
I'll I'll, t-
magnificent.
I'll tell you. Well, because I'm not shitting on Pedro Pascal because I thought he was great in The Mandalorian. I thought it was hammy in Wonder Woman 1984, but that wasn't his fault. That was the script. Like he did, and actually the scenes where he just gets to play like a dad who just doesn't want to be a loser, it was great. It was when he became twisted comic book villain that
Yeah.
it went a little overboard for me. But the reason I kind of hedged on Fantastic Four, so first of all, I'm not a huge fan of Fantastic Four either. However, this movie, I'm not going to say it's good, or because I don't know, I haven't seen it yet. I'm not going to say it's going to be good. It's definitely going to be different,
What
and
do you think that
it's got a completely different look, and it's almost retro, even in the color grading
it's
of the film.
fantastic that is retro.
Oh, I
Let's
know. I'm
remember that
like,
Fantastic Four were the first one.
were they the first?
Yes, sir.
I think they were certainly the first big seller.
Oh yeah, but was the first superhero created by Stan Lee?
I'm not sure. I know predates Spider-Man, X-Men, even
X-Men is way, way,
yeah,
way,
it's way
way
later.
after.
I
But
know.
I'm pretty sure Fantastic Four were the first one. And I actually like the look and the aesthetics of being old. However, I got a lot of Easter eggs that you can see in the trailer that we prepared for you. So why don't we shoot the trailer for the people that are watching live in YouTube? If you're listening in Spotify or iHeartRadio, well, finish it here. It's gonna be short, I know, and then you can go to tune. What are you doing?
I'm getting ready to push the button, but you kept
Okay, okay,
talking,
okay,
so
yeah, yeah. Jesus Christ. When you became my ex-wife. Really. Anyway, so go ahead, let's watch the trailer. Let's shoot it out. Comment, visit, subscribe, and like, let's get it on. Far on.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming?
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. Okay, is this guy good or what? I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious, I just want to add a little bit of zip, okay?
T-5.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi!
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together. As a family.
Game over.
Gandalf's
have
about to
adventures.
come by and fuck it all up.
The trailer is done.
Yes.
Okay. So anyway, I don't know what people think about it. I love it. There's a lot of things to decode about it, some Easter eggs, but the most important thing is that the whole aesthetic looks great for me. Let's remember how many fucked up situations we had with previous Fantastic Four. So let's take a second to believe that this is the best trailer that ever exists about the Fantastic Four movie. And you guys know that I'm really crazy and obtuse when it comes like, let's follow the story as it is, right? And if we're gonna do a twitch, let's do a smart twitch. So in this one, Johnny Storm is not adopted, he's not black, right? In the original one, original in 84, 89, I think, Reed Richards is not 200 years older than Susan Storm. The thing, I actually like the way, because people will complain about how the bricks are in the Thing face, but it looks like the original Thing from the first 3 years of the comic, because his mutation will not transform to the point that is now. So I think I love it. I think I love it, to be honest with you. So what do you think after watching the trailer?
For me personally, I'm kind of because I don't really care, but I'm like I said, I'm not a Fantastic Four fan. However, I immediately notice how retro in a good way. Like it looks very retro. It looks very 60s. Even it has that kind of yellowish, color tint to it.
But as we can complain about when we see something bad, Emilia, or something disgusting, right? And many movies that we criticize here, it's good to know maybe you're not a fan, but you see that it looks good so far. It's giving you the right spectrum of all movie. Now, when Reed Richards does the first egg, is in the blackboard, in the left side, you can see the design of the portal that he built in the comics to go to other universe. So he actually discovered the multi-universe. Reed Richards with that machine. So I think that what we're watching right now, and I saw this with other podcasters, what we're watching right now is a prequel from an other universe, and they're gonna jump into the universe and match with the MCU as we know it. And I think that that's pretty cool. I think that we're gonna see that obviously this beginning story, right? Origin story. But I think it's gonna be good. The whole, if you realize, there's two things that I like. Herbie's already there. Let me say something important for the audience. I'm a big Fantastic Four fan. It's not a casualty. This is how big I am. That my company is called Four Sun. I'm not kidding. I'm a big because I think the balance of the Fantastic Four, obviously, is the fourth is Earth, the Thing, Fire, obviously Johnny, Water is Sue, and what is the other one? And Wind is Richard. I mean, they adapted, right? But and then 35 years in the future, Fantastic Four becoming in the FF was the the foundation that stopped being Fantastic Four, and that actually when you see the logo, Force and Corp is based in the Foundation logo.
I never
So
noticed that before, but now that you,
I'm a super fan of Fantastic Four because what they represent friendship, family. They don't judge. Ben Grimm is one of the deepest characters because the guy was in his mind good looking, egocentric. The Let's go back in 1957, right? 1960, when it's supposed to be the comic. Being a pilot, it was like being Superman. Being a NASA pilot, a test pilot was the big thing. If we remember, in the other company, Hal Jordan for Green Lantern that was the thing. Being a rockstar, a test pilot. So Ben Grimm was in the top of everything. And then he becomes this monster visually. And he needs to adapt to a lot of things. And it's a really deep character because actually he gonna get married way in the future, not in the movie, with Alicia Storm, that is Johnny's ex-girlfriend, because she's blind. She fall in love with the man that he's inside.
mm-hmm.
But he's really traumatized with his look. Now Johnny, this is the first time I see Johnny as who he is. He's a
Oh,
kid.
you don't think that? I mean, he was probably a touch too old. You don't think that old Captain America was a good Johnny Storm?
No, I don't think it was a good Johnny Storm. First of all, was too old for the
That's what
character.
I think. I think he was
He
too old.
was
Cause
a
yeah,
little. He's not as arrogant as supposed to be.
I
Because
was gonna
Johnny's a kid.
say, yeah, that's the
Johnny's
other
just
thing.
turned
Yeah,
18,
Johnny looks young in this movie.
and it's supposed to be like. I really think that they following the comic book. A lot of people has the perception of the Fantastic Four as they're done, but I think that they're following the comic book. Sue Richards looks exactly like Sue Richards, and I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Again, I don't understand why Pascal is there because Reed Richard never has a beard or a mustache, but that's his trend. But I get it. I'm proud that they're using a Latino in such a big story, right? I like it, and I think it's gonna be a great movie. Now, second thing, in a nanosecond, you see a guy on a beard and long hair. That's the mole people. That's the
Mm.
enemy, the mole. In the first comic of the Fantastic Four, they fight against the mole. So as you can see, I'm really excited about it because I woke up in the morning saying, what shots we're gonna have today in the show? And then I went to my news. I go like, and I watched that and put me in a good mood. I hope it's gonna be a great movie. And you know the new Virus Vox, I'm gonna accept it as it is because I'm gonna respect the job of every one of the designers and people around it. I know you're not a big fan, but
Here's the thing, though. Like when I say I'm not a big fan, doesn't mean I. Oh, I was gonna say it doesn't mean it's not that I like hate it. Like I don't think it's garbage. I'm just it just doesn't attract me. I'm much more of a in the Marvel vein, but I'm also not a big Iron Man fan. But like,
yeah, that's
but I
exactly what I'm a
get it.
fan of.
But I get it, right? I'm more of a Spider-Man, X-Men kind of guy.
But
But
probably that's why we're friends. If you make me choose between my top three comics in Marvel, is in this order: Fantastic Four, Iron Man, and then Spider Man. And I don't like young Spider Man. I like Spider Man from college to when to Ben Riley or whatever.
yeah,
That's my length of Super Spider Man. And that's probably why we're friends. If you realize, and if you and I invite other people, if you don't want to believe me, go to forceandcorporation.com, number 4SAND. Look at the logo of Fantastic Four. Look at our presentation that is done by AI. And I want to say this. We did that AI video a year and a half ago before everyone was like, oh, I can do AI, right? Watching it, and it's really attached to Tony Stark. I got a lot of friends saying that. And I don't do it on purpose. That's who I am. right? I grew up with those comics. Obviously, there's a generation
No,
gap.
but
You're a
yeah,
piece
but
of shit. I'm a perfect generation. So that gap is obviously gonna force twist my hand a little bit, my American flag twist hand, right? To follow
make it. There you go.
the home of the bird. You see, we're gonna bring. And we're gonna anyway, keep going. What
No,
I
I
did the
was.
Jeff Goldblum. What do
You
I gotta do? I gotta do it. I gotta do it. The flag. Oh. Anyway,
Well, no, I was just gonna say. I mean, that's everybody, especially the stuff that you grew up on. Like we do incorporate fictional characters that we grow up admiring into our personalities. Everyone does it. Like everybody. It's not to say you can't change, but like,
to a point. I mean, I'm not
yeah,
want
to a
people to
point. To a
believe that I'm
point.
going crazy. Give me a second, Jarvis. Can I have my dinner? Yeah, great.
If only, right? Well, no, but like for example, I'm kind of a weird one in my friend group because while I appreciate good villains narratively, I very rarely identify with them, like just as a human being. A lot of people I know say that they do, right? But my moral compass, I think, was partially formed at a young age because I was into all the heroes. Like, all that. My moral compass to this day was set by watching the, comic, cartoon, movie heroes that I
And
grew
there's
up
a
watching.
little different because Iron Man and the Fantastic Four, they're not exactly heroes. Everybody that follows know that I'm a Darth Vader against, lover against, right? I'm always support the bad guy, Karate Kid. We talk about this many times.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Karate Kid's different.
No, but what I'm saying, generally, the Fantastic Four, they're so, Reed Richards is so fast thinker to his age that he's not accepted correctly. And there, something that I love about the Fantastic Four that is not talk a lot. They got their powers and they right away embrace saying, "Hey, we are the Fantastic Four. Sorry, we're gonna help, but we're gonna help. This is us. I don't have to wear a mask. I'm not ashamed
Yeah.
of who I am." And what happened with the other one example that we did? Tony Stark. I'm Iron Man. I like that. I don't think that superheroes need to wear a mask. I think it's overrated. There, I don't want my people to be well. Peter Parker, I get you. You're a kid. But
Yeah.
when you grew up and you were part of the Avengers, the first thing that they do is they put May in the Avengers shower and he came open, right? Come on, don't be stupid, Spider-Man. You can have a sponsor for Pepsi and but anyway,
Today's
anyway, I'm
justice
not
is
gonna go
brought
there.
to you. Today's justice is brought to you by Coca-Cola. And speaking of being brought to you, this podcast is brought to you by our friends at Again and Forever, which Virus, you can speak to that. You know a little something about that, and our friends at TrophySmack.com, which makes sense because we're going to be talking about the Grammys at some point. But
At some point, Again and Forever, as everybody knows, is my band. Start as a fun project. Start as hey, let's have fun and make a band. Now it's going really big, and the album that I've been working with or on, it's funny that I consider an album a person. You see, the album that I've been working with, but I guess you give them life. Either way, it's gonna be out in a point in this year. I'm taking it slow. It's gonna be worth it. Jake listens some stuff. Our friend Justin listens some stuff.
I was going to say, you guys are going to get a sample of the single that was released. Has it been released yet?
No,
I didn't think so. Okay, so you guys get a
are you
sample
gonna
of
put
it.
the little cover thing, the
Yeah,
little video?
the little promo video that we
Oh, that's
have.
fine. Do you want to shoot it right now or later?
We can shoot it right now. Here's a
Let's shoot it right now. Come on. For everyone, this is the little presentation of something that we're preparing by Again and Forever.
Breaking news, Charles Manson, the infamous cult leader who led a string of murders in the 1960s.
And that was our little promo. I gotta be honest. There's people that are handsome, and there are people like me that are not that handsome, but in a Ferrari we look hot. We really look hot. Everyone in a Ferrari looks hot, bro.
Not true.
Everyone.
There are exceptions.
If you're a gold digger and you see a fat, ugly man in a Ferrari, he's gonna look handsome.
The homeless guy that stole your Ferrari.
I'm pretty sure he looked fucking hot.
I mean, certainly it's an upward trend for sure.
I mean, now he's sleeping in fashion, I guess. His face is touching velvet. And when he wakes up, right, over here he had the little horse.
Rich Corinthian leather.
Even Flow. I just thought about the song Even Flow by Pearl Jam.
Oh my god, I have to share my buddy Nick, who to this day is one of the funniest people ever.
The Nick from the Goosebumps. Oh,
Different
no,
Nick.
okay.
Different Nick. I know a lot of Nicks. I'll shout him out. Nick Rommelfinger. God, he's so funny. We were just driving somewhere one day and Even Flow came on my playlist, and to this day I can't stop thinking about it. He just at the beginning of the song he just goes, made of concrete. So now every time I hear that song I just hear made of concrete. Yeah.
I got a story about that. I was a super fan of Pearl Jam.
Oh, who isn't?
They called me the Pearl Jam junkie in college. I got everything. Like when I say everything, I got vinyls, CDs, a special edition, hidden tracks in cassette. Right? I got everything, but I would never know what he says in Even Flow.
Well, I think anybody does. I don't think he knows.
I really learned the lyrics of the song probably in 2002, like 10 years after, man. Right? Because I'm like, oh, he's talking about a homeless, right? The pillow made of concrete. I never got the whole message. Yeah,
there's apparently an independent wrestler whose name is Steven Flow, and his theme song is just Steven Flow to the tune of Even Flow, but like the whole song, because it's like Steven Flow, Steven Flow, Steven Flow, and then of course the chorus goes Steven Flow.
That's so funny. But I lost my. Oh yeah. By the way, the video that you saw before we start saying stupid things, as is normal in this podcast. Yeah, we're working on that. Today I talked to the agency that invited us to play in Coachella.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little crazy because it's not easy to be considered to be in the main stage of Coachella, and comes with a lot of responsibility. It's like Spider-Man here. So I was talking to my management team. I say, are we ready? Should we do it? Should we concentrate in the album? And like for magic, Zachary wrote me to say, we're still on, right? Everything is fine. I got like, okay, yeah, we are, right? So it's going to be a good surprise. But it's not going to be such a good surprise as our other sponsor of the day, TrophySmack.com. Yeah, that's their new jingle. I just decided, guys, your new slogan, your new jingle is TrophySmack.com. There you go. Nice.
Trophy Smack. So this podcast, though, speaking of Trophy Smack, our friends, is an award-winning podcast now. This past year, we won the Artie Award for funniest episode, and we earned that shit. Okay, that was funnier than fuck.
Is what actually was worth it about that nomination.
That's true because that episode is just
the podcast, videos, the site, and I remember I woke up and I know we talk about this in another podcast. Let me tell it for the people that don't know the story. Usually we have a production meeting before the podcast, a day before, that day in the morning, right? And we come with an idea as the team, and we decide what to talk about. Thank you to all the team that we have. And then I say, hey, let's just make a trial. And remember, tell me, what are you talking about? Because I made a mistake and I didn't say the word trial. I say something stupid. And I told, yeah, like the Law and Order, we do a trial. And he told me, okay. And he told me about what I said. I really want to bring to the stand Darth Vader. And then you say, what about? And you say, he's a good dad. And we start going around with the table around alimony. He's been a good dad, right? And suddenly we realized to bring to the stand Darth Vader, Goku, right? To compensate. And who else? Superman, right? We brought Superman?
No,
No, Batman.
specifically the George Clooney Batman.
Yeah.
Ironically, they all ended up being trials about fatherhood, and
And that
that
was
was
not
not planned.
prepared. So we invited two guys that this award is for them too, right? Actually, I want to give the award to the creative team because we just hear parakeets with their ideas. But we invite Justin to be the prosecutor or one of the side because we're switching. And then we call the Oracle. Everybody knows Alexander, our friend the Oracle, and he was the judge. And it was such a chaotic day preparing all this, like on the go, that I remember I download a picture, check the copyright with the team, send it to Alexander, and then when we start the show, he uploads the picture to be a judge. And I'm like, how you got that picture? I found the same one. And he's like, you sent it to me. Oh, yeah. So that day was extremely chaotic. But it was fun and it was worth it because the fans voted and we're the funniest. Thank you. Thank you
Yes.
for the funniest
And
podcast of the year.
and should you want to create your own, you know, award show in your fan group, maybe you want to protest the Grammys by awarding your own awards, you can get all your awards made, whether they be championship rings, belts, trophies, anything like that, with our friends at Trophy Smack. Highest quality at affordable pricing. And look, it's legit, even on the back. That's all mounted. This is not plastic. This is
Can you
genuine leather.
can you
Yeah.
knock it for me? Trophies,
I don't know if you guys
dun,
can hear
dun,
that.
dun, 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 dun. Now they can. Yeah, it's not sounding. But I will assume that you got rhythm, white guy, white boy. Play some funky music, white boy. Anyway, uh, yeah, thank you for Trophy Smack. Thank you again and forever. Thank you for all the bands that the bands, all the fans that vote to make us the funniest one. And let's move on with the next topic. You can keep it. It's good. You can have it there. Prettier
Six
than
pounds,
you.
dude. It's actually pretty heavy.
Nice. It's a real one.
Yeah, it
So
is.
Fantastic Four. Hope everything goes well. I can't wait to see it. It's gonna come in the summer, at the beginning of the summer, and it's gonna be a tough competition because Superman is gonna be around the corner too.
That's another one that kind of looks retro in a good way. Like it looks like Superman. I
You
know, it's
see,
wild.
that's exactly what I felt when I watched this. Don't take me wrong. Henry Cavill was a great Dark Superman for an adaptation of Otherworld.
Hmm.
He's too buff. I know that people are gonna hit me, and that's a hot take. He's too buff and too handsome to be Superman. Every Superman in the story, they have different physique. In the death of Superman is when they build him stronger, right? And the return of the Superman, but he's always been athletic, but not super buff like him. Like I say, don't take me wrong. He's an amazing Superman, but Superman doesn't need to work out to be strong, people, because he sells feed from the sun. So he could be fat and slow and still be Superman. That makes sense.
Hmm.
So I always liked the movies, uh, but they weren't close to the comic, and we've been saying this for years in this podcast. If Shakespeare, right, wrote Hamlet, let's keep it in Hamlet. You don't have to make it a transsexual cis friend of a dog to be Hamlet just to make a difference. You don't have to.
Well, no, but lions can work.
Well, the Lion King, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So lions are okay.
lions are okay because they stick to the story at least.
This is true. Names are changed to protect the innocent, but other than that, it's pretty much Hamlet.
Yeah, it's King Lear, right? King Lear, King Lear.
No, it's
Doesn't
Lion King is Hamlet.
no, it's Hamlet. No, my friend, is King Lear. It's not
No,
Hamlet.
it's Hamlet. It's Hamlet.
You want to bet?
Yes, I do.
Okay, now, just for the record, today, February what? What is today?
The
February the
fourth.
4th. February 4th, you still haven't paid your debt of the last bet that we did. Till the day. You're not going to do it now. You're not
No.
going to do it now because you need your Hawaiian shirt.
Oh,
We got to
okay.
do it
I can
correctly.
go get it.
Not right now. We got to actually, when we do it, I promise to invite Haley and Justin and Alexander and everybody here going to be laughing at you because that's how you win a bet and how you pay a debt.
That is
Anyway,
fair.
King Lear is the Lion King, is not Hamlet.
The Lion King's plot draws inspiration from several sources, most notably William Shakespeare's play Hamlet.
Okay, great. Google King Lear, please, by Hamlet, by Shakespeare.
I'm familiar with King Lear. The Lion King is, yeah, Jake's right. It's loosely based on Hamlet, mostly.
Who said that?
Haley.
You know, Haley, just because it's you, I'm just going to shut up. And you're the specialist on Disney. So I thought it was going to be Justin, and I'm going to go crazy again, our friend, Canadian, under the snowman guy. But you know what, Haley? I will not go against you because that's your specialty, so I'll respect that. Okay? Haley
There's
said it's done.
probably some elements to King, but King Lear deals with the splitting of a kingdom, not the murder of a king by an uncle, and then the
No, no,
revenge taken
I'm
upon
with
by the
you.
son.
I don't believe you, but I believe Haley. So, bro, I
Right.
don't trust you. I trust her. So, I mean, in the Disney thing, don't get crazy with me, Haley. When it
Well,
comes to
Ted,
Disney,
Justin's against you too. Lion
well,
King. Oh,
Justin,
and Justin's a
go
Shakespeare.
and shave your snow, and then we can talk. Have you seen Justin? People, if you don't follow them, Sport of the Moment, he got his TikTok, his Instagram. He's hilarious, bro.
Justin's done King Lear. Have you not?
Oh
Probably
yeah, he
Hamlet too,
did.
but I believe you did King Lear, so yeah, I would.
For all the audience, go and look Sport of the Moment, the podcast, and please follow Justin in social media. I love his hot takes. And the last one about people complaining about the snow, I was laughing so much. But anyway, thank you, Justin, for being here. Even you're always against me. You are my nemesis, but that's fine. We're like the Joker and Batman. We need each other, but we don't like each other. Well, I like you, but you know what I mean. Moving on, the Grammys. It's exciting because last year we were here talking about the Grammys, and it's kind of cool. Has become a tradition to roast everyone. We prepare a video. We're gonna put it in a second with our team, but before that, I want to talk about Jaden Smith because we decided not to put it in the video because it's not worth it.
Oh,
The
it's in the
guy,
thumbnail.
it's in the thumbnail, I know, but I saw it. But the guy is wearing, for the people that is just listening to this, arrived with a suit way bigger than his size, and then he's wearing not a helmet, people, a full black castle that the entrance is his face, but we're talking about what, 20 inches long?
It's wide. It's
It's
close to
wide.
it's close to 2 feet. Yeah.
I don't know if you want to do something. At least use the gray skull from He-Man. That would be cool.
Right? That would be way
If you
cool.
want to, yeah, he got the opportunity to mess it up, but I understand what they did. It. I don't like that. I know that he thinks that he's a fashion icon, but he's not. Is your dad is rich, bro? That's it.
He also thinks he's a philosopher, and he's
And
very
you're
much not.
not. You're a kid that doesn't know shit about life, bro. Regardless of if you were penetrated by that Diddy or not, you don't know shit about life, bro. Seriously, Vaseline doesn't make you wise. I don't get why he thinks that being you don't need to be unique to be special. You can actually be an ordinary person and be special.
But
It's the way that you
ironically,
perceive yourself.
not trying so hard and just being who you are automatically makes you unique because everybody's weird. in some way. Like,
Yeah,
everybody's got
dude,
a...
I'm wearing gloves with flags, but I'm not wearing a freaking helmet of a castle.
I know he's trying too hard. Like, that's all I'm saying. He's
Look,
trying too hard.
my hand is going. You see, look, my hand
And
is
he's
disappearing.
the worst
Look,
Karate Kid.
I don't have. No, actually, I like Karate Kid. We talk about that.
No, Jaden Smith. He's the worst Karate Kid.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is, and Hillary Swank is better.
Wait for the new movie. But wait for
Actually,
the new
that
movie.
looks pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. I saw that trailer. That looks pretty
What
good.
are you talking about? The full story is just blame. Why they didn't took it from Cobra Kai and took it from there?
Because
The
what
kid was already the last season.
what they're actually doing is retconning the Jaden Smith Jackie Chan Karate Kid into the wider Karate Kid universe, because it's implied that Mr. Han's his name in that movie, right?
Mr. Han. Yeah,
Han.
Mr. Han.
It's implied that Han,
No, say it with me. Mr. Han.
Mr. Han. Yeah, you're right. It's Mr. Han.
Mr. Han. Why
Mr.
every
Han.
Chinese people look the same? I'm not Mr. Han.
It's implied in that trailer that Han was an old student of Miyagi's.
Yeah.
So now the shit makes sense.
What never makes sense to you? It's a good movie, man.
No, it's not.
It is.
Okay. Here's the thing. It's basically just the first Karate Kid set in China, but it didn't make sense to call it the Karate Kid. Now it does.
Actually does. They make the perfect thing, because when Mr. Han goes to fix the shower, he's training karate. So he nicknamed him the Karate Kid. What are you talking about? You're talking from your butt.
I mean, I do that
Dude,
a lot.
It's in the lines there. In the script is really clear. When Mr. Han goes to fix the shower, he's calling him, and the other guy's like, in front of the TV trying to learn karate. Obviously, from the perception of a Chinese man, he called him the Karate Kid. So anyway, I know Haley and Justin gonna be in your side as always, but please back me up on this. That's what it's called, the Karate Kid.
No, it's called the Karate Kid because they knew that movie would fail on its own. They needed the name value. But
Yeah,
now it makes sense.
The only thing that Jaden, don't take that away from Jaden. Don't you see how damaged the kid is? Is the only thing that he's done well. The only. His albums are a piece of shit.
He was
He
good in
dressed
Pursuit
like
of
a piece
Happiness.
shit. Okay, those two are good. Yeah. His music is really overproduced.
Hey, he
The
was
way
in a
that he
JB
dresses-
song.
The way that he dresses, weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's
moving
not
on.
the weirdest thing that happened at the Grammys, though.
No, why don't you roll the tape? Roll them up.
The night kicked off with a red carpet that had no shortage of stunning fashion. Some of our best dressed included Taylor Swift in Vivienne Westwood, Sabrina Carpenter in J.W. Anderson, Olivia Rodrigo in vintage Versace, Chappell Roan in archival Jean-Paul Gaultier, Beyoncé in Schiaparelli, and Cardi B in Roberto Cavalli. One person we wouldn't necessarily consider best dressed, given her lack of clothing, but who definitely turned heads was Bianca Censori, who wore a completely sheer mini dress. After their red carpet stunt, she and Kanye West were reportedly escorted out of the show. The first being when Taylor Swift announced that Cowboy Carter had won Best Country Album, with Beyoncé's stunned reaction becoming an instant meme. Sabrina Carpenter took the stage to put on a playful and theatrical performance of her hit songs, Espresso and Please Please Please. The pop star celebrated her 2 Grammy wins for Best Pop Vocal Album and Best Pop Solo Performance. Another first-time Grammy nominee who stole the stage was Chappell Roan, who gave us a campy, clown-filled performance of her hit, Pink Pony Club. She nudged aside Sabrina Carpenter to win the Grammy for Best New Artist, and in her speech, called for record labels to give a livable wage and health care, especially for developing artists. Another Best New Artist alum who gave a loving nod to Los Angeles in their performance was Billie Eilish, who performed her song Birds of a Feather in front of a picturesque backdrop of her hometown. Another memorable performance was the back-to-back medley by Best New Artist nominees Doechii, Benson Boone, Ray, Teddy Swims, and Shabuzi. The Weeknd repaired his rocky relationship with the Grammy Awards by delivering a surprise performance of his new single Cry For Me and Timeless with Playboi Carti. And three-time winner Charlie XCX closed out the show by bringing the world of Brat to the Grammy stage with the help of her It girlfriends Julia Fox, Alex Consani, Gabriette, and more. Liam Payne was honored during the ceremony's in memoriam montage with various clips of the singer and his former One Direction bandmates. While accepting the award for Best Pop Duo Group Performance with Bruno Mars, Lady Gaga shared her support for the LGBT community, saying, quote, "Trans people are not invisible." Kendrick Lamar was the night's biggest winner, taking home 5 trophies and 2 of the night's most prestigious awards, Song and Record of the Year, for his diss track, Not Like Us. Sorry, Drake. After losing the category 4 times, Queen Bee came out victorious, becoming the first Black woman to receive the award since Lauryn Hill in 1999. Following her historic 3 wins, Beyoncé announced her 22-date, 8-city Cowboy Carter tour, so giddy up and saddle up.
All right. So yeah, that was the
All
Grammys.
right. That was the Grammys. There's a lot of things to talk about the Grammys here. Beyonce winning the best country album. There's a lot of things. I understand that people don't have memory, but we've been listening for 6 months, 7 months now that they were involved with the Puff Daddy case, and everybody's here like nothing happened. Like Harvey Weinstein is dying in jail and he wants a new trial because he's sick of cancer, and Puff Daddy, nobody's talking about him. Suddenly, everyone that was in
And just for the record, the Epstein list still hasn't been released.
say that again, please.
The Epstein list still hasn't been released in its
Oh,
entirety.
no. But and then we have Beyonce winning the best country album. This was a genius thing because Taylor Swift was taking the pop, and they both agreed to create the Carpenter, whatever her name is, girl.
Sabrina
because
Carpenter, yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter won a lot of awards, and she's been opening Taylor Swift. If a deaf, mute, handicapped person goes out open Taylor Swift tour, it will be the next artist to come.
They'll win a
right?
Grammy.
No, they will win everything because the audience is massive for an artist like that. Anyway, either way, she won. What's the name of this guy? Kanye West.
Oh, Kanye, yeah. Yeezy.
Kanye. Easy. That's the name that I was trying to.
Yay, Yeezy, Yeezus.
I
Dipshit
crazy
McFuckface.
for genius. I don't know if it's crazy for genius. I think he got great ideas, but I don't blame him. Listen to me. I don't blame him. I blame all the people that believe in him. Now, let's be honest. That dress was on fire. For the people
That dress
didn't see
wasn't
it,
on anything.
it was really creative.
It wasn't creative.
It was creative just to have the idea. Just to have the idea to bring like that. Now, she's really caught. So, I mean, if Lizzo arrives with that thing, right? Like, please, no.
I mean, it's not in the same. It's lazier than the meat dress. That was also weird. Hey, do you guys remember the meat dress?
Of course, Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
With the meat dress.
Which is funny. Isn't she a vegan?
Now, well, she could get married, so probably she's eating some meat regularly.
No, it wasn't a dress.
It was a dress. It was a dress. It was a transparent dress. Now, the genius part of that is that they did the red carpet, and then he was escorted out. He didn't have to sit down 6 hours to see or talk to people, and his wife today was the most biggest famous people searching Google. So that's what they do for a living, dude.
It's true.
So
that's true.
Jake. If you arrive with a dress like that next week, our podcast will be more famous. And I mean, well, it could be a little ugly, but my point is like it's a marketing move that is really good. Adidas.
I guess I'm more ashamed that it worked. As for the society, I'm ashamed that it worked because it absolutely worked.
Yeah, yeah, Haley. Yeah, I saw. Well, I think Kim Kardashian is pretty attractive, and but regardless, we're talking about looks here, not brain. Even so, she's a great businesswoman. She makes 10 billions more than us, so
I
we
was
gotta
gonna
have some.
say, I personally find I Kim Kardashian is not stupid.
No, not at all. She plays so stupid. It's a
She
character
plays,
that
yeah,
she
they
plays.
they all play stupid. However, one of the best burns because I'm not ashamed to admit this, I regret it, but in my previous relationship when I was married, she was a big fan of the Kardashians, so I didn't watch it religiously, but I've seen it. Apart from Scott Disick being one of the most entertaining sons of bitches on planet Earth, that show killed brain cells. But when Kim was married to that basketball player, what was it? Was his name Chris Humphreys, I think?
Yeah,
Yeah. He gave a solid burn on her one time in the middle of the show where basically she was talking about how hard she works and he just looked at her and was like, in 2004, you were selling clothes in the valley. And just like, boom. And it was basically like, and I heard him talking shit later. It's like, you're only famous because your mom released a tape of you getting fucked.
he wasn't wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but that was a
And let's
calculated.
be honest, Kardashian dad, he did a good money for himself being a lawyer. His
Yeah.
family comes from butchers, and I mean, people forget. Like I say, people forget things. But Kim Kardashian godfather was O.J. Simpson, so
Hmm.
she didn't like suffer in life. She suffered with other things like pain from the surgeries and things like that, or being married with Kanye West. That's how we start with the Grammys. Being married with that guy could be hard, bro.
Oh, I'm sure it is. But my point though is the fact that that was a calculated releasing that tape was a calculated business move. Hell, probably
Oh
its
yeah,
creation was a calculated business move.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And they're good marketers. Anyone.
They are.
Now,
I'll give them that. They convinced an
this
entire generation of people to be obsessed with watching them do nothing. It's
now
more genius than fucking Seinfeld.
I'm gonna talk about the thing about the Grammys. Shakira performance was really, really good. I don't know if people saw it. If not, you can go and watch it in Hulu, I think, or in Paramount Plus. But Shakira performance was extremely good. And this guy that please stay, I don't know his name. I need, because the song doesn't ring anything to me. I don't know if, if you can help me out, the audience that is upstairs. He's really famous. This beautiful thing that I know. You know what I'm talking about, right? That song.
I know the song. I don't know who it is.
So the guy was sit down in the audience. He stand up. Two big great models rip his tuxedo out and he's dressed as he dressed in the shows, like kind of in a jumper, like Freddie Mercury in the '60s.
Hmm.
But I gotta give it to this guy. He's a great singer. He hits the notes perfectly, but he went and jumped from his. Have you seen that tape? From the piano, and he makes a spin like Olympic and falls, and then he sings. I mean, just to have the balls and the nerves to do that in front of the whole world, you gotta be ballsy, man. Like, I mean, I remember when Madonna used to say, "Oh, it's really hard to sing and dance." This motherfucker do a double mortal in the fucking air in the middle of the show. So kudos for him. Whatever, he's doing something. I don't know. It's not my type of music, but I respect that. The other things were okay. The best album was Kendrick Lamar. I think that he's a really good artist. I call him 2 albums ago the Stevie Wonder of this generation, right?
Yeah, but he can
So
see. So
Stevie Wonder is
he's not
too
Stevie
well known.
Wonder.
Have you seen a Stevie Wonder house, bro?
Neither is he.
Exactly. um. So anyway, that was the Grammys for you. A little political. Shakira said that she was giving that award for all the immigrants, brothers and sisters. Uh, and you gotta excuse me. There's so many artists that they sound the same, and as a musician, I separate them by sound. So if I don't know their name, is because something that has Roman numbers at the end of her name, she was with a lot of say talking that transgenders are not invisible. Lady Gaga say
Yeah,
that. Anyway, go on and on and on. I'm excited for the movie he's doing with the Park Boys. Who are
the
you
South
talking
Park
about?
boys. I'm not
Oh
aware of
yeah,
that.
sorry. The little heart is covering South for me.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Justin. Please get your
we
face
need
out
Book
of the
of
snow. And
we need Book of Mormon to be made into a movie, please
yeah,
and
let's
thank you.
not.
Oh, we
By who?
absolutely need
By who?
by Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Okay, yeah, I'm just asking because
Yeah,
probably
no,
you're
I
gonna
want
give it
them.
to somebody else. Anyway, don't.
Oh, yes, we do. Yes,
Kendrick
we
Lamar.
absolutely
Okay,
do.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I didn't know that Kendrick Lamar was doing a. Are you a hip hop artist fan, Justin? I didn't see that coming. Rhythm and blues, hip hop. Are you that kind of fan,
What
Justin?
you don't know is that Justin has an alter ego.
Really?
On the weekends, he's MC Spur.
You're joking, right?
No. Justin is a very talented individual with many facets
He's
and
a very talented
identities.
individual, but I didn't see him being a DJ. I just didn't know. Congrats on that. Anyway, let's topic. Next topic. What do we have in the agenda, my dear friend?
We have. Okay, you actually need to explain this to me because I don't know that. So, okay, I've got it on my list as Titanic, but what you're doing is you're comparing the directors, James
Okay, let
Cameron.
let me call for context thing. When I talk about the director from Emilia Perez, right? I'm gonna call him the Jacques because
Jacques.
he's French. The Jacques because he's a fucking
Jacques.
asshole, right? His croissants and baguettes can be in their ass and move on. We all talk about this. I don't give a fuck about him. But let's talk technical idiocracy of being a director. So I decided to create the emblem because James Cameron, as I remember, 25 years ago directed one of the best movies, 25 years, 27 already, 26, something like that, years ago directed Titanic. You can check the data.
I'm just bad at
And
math.
until the day he's making research,
28,
of,
sorry. Yeah. So
so he's
27.
still making research and spending time and money to try to figure it out if his movie was correct. Trying to do examples with National Geographic specialists, and that's that's the job as a director. You're a storyteller, story narrator. You gotta see all the aspects of a movie before you take it. And James Cameron's taken way more. 25 years after, he's been releasing 3 documentaries of what he did right or wrong, and apologized to the families because he made a mistake in one scene. And at the same time, making tests if it's actually broken, what was everything. The guy, what actually happened to Rose and Jack bodies with that cold, why he actually died, how their lungs collapsed, everything. And then you have Jacques that they ask him, "Did you make research to make this movie?" He say, "I know everything I need to know." Well, he doesn't speak English, so fucking moron. But I'm gonna pretend for the good of the joke. I don't I don't need to know anything about the country I'm moving. Everything I know, I already know it. Straight, direct. Somebody in a press conference asking, "Do you know actually something about Mexico?" No, I already know what I need to know. So, in the pursuit of the art of being a director, I decided to compare the best director with 13 nominations of Academy Award with this Jacques, right? That he has 13 nominations for a piece of shit movie that doesn't belong in the Oscars for many several political, technical, artistic reasons. So, because probably I'm a worse jackass than Jackass, we prepared this for you.
The Titanic story that everybody knows is largely myth.
This is the latest Titanic plan that was produced right before the maiden voyage, too.
It's the farthest piece of the ship from the breakup.
There were survivors who said
saw it break.
It broke.
That is a conspiracy.
I think so. Coming down on that vector, you get that buckling this way.
I don't think my question's been answered.
It's really dramatic when you get inside the Strauss sitting room.
We now know a lot more than we knew in 95 when we set down that path. It's time to just say, this is what really happened to the best of our collective knowledge. Let's get the history right.
You see, with videos, it goes so fast. Now we got recommendations. We're in minute 56.
Yeah.
And we're back. So that's how I was going to make a video of the interview of Jacques, but I don't want to give him time. I really don't want to give him time in air.
Well, because he didn't take the time, so we're not going to give time.
Then I don't understand. We talk about this several times. If you have budget to make a movie, make the best movie that you can do. There's thousands of people that don't have the chance that this guy had.
But see, the thing is though, he made the movie he wanted to make. He never intended to make that a piece about Mexico or Mexican culture. It was all about the message he wanted to.
Cultural appropriation so bad.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's wrong. That would be like I'll just use Mexico. That would be like me going down and I'm gonna make I'm gonna make a movie about Mexican culture in any way, shape, or form.
Do it right. The mariachi is a fake story, didn't exist, and even the boots were correct.
Yeah.
So the mariachi is a great example. Now, I don't think that he gives a fuck about the movie.
No.
I think for him was a gateway to do other things in Hollywood. The simple fact, I don't know if people saw it. If you want to watch it, go ahead.
I didn't finish it.
The musicals are so badly done.
It's so bad.
It's in Netflix, right? The movie.
Yeah, it's Netflix. I made it. I got to halfway for last week when we were talking about it, and then I tried to finish it, and it was painful. Like, it's just not a good movie.
The use of the Spanish is not the way Mexican talk. It's so discouraged. Let's put the cultural appropriation aside. Let's put the musicals are so badly done that it's like, seriously, dude, why don't you make a movie about your fucking croissants, about the Eiffel Tower? You know what? Listen to me, audience. The guy that invented the parachute, it was French. And the time that he wanted to test it, nobody brought the mannequin with the same height, and he decided to do it himself, and he died because the parachute never opened. I'm just going to make a movie about that. Why not? Wait. I'm going to make a movie about that, and I'm going to make every French look stupid and stinky.
Oh, so you're going to hire French actors?
No, not even one like him. Everyone will be from Czechoslovakia because they're cheaper. Dude, if the guy wanted to do a movie about that, get Mexican-American actors, right? And don't tell me there's not good actors, right?
Well, Selena Gomez is... I know she's American, but she's of Mexican descent, is she not?
That's another thing, yes. But Selena Gomez doesn't speak Spanish.
I get that.
Even her character, and let's give that to her. Her character is not Mexican.
Her character's American. Yeah.
But, dude, you're making a movie. Tell your actress, because she has a small part. You know what? That song is not working well. You need to go back to the studio and redo it and put a coach that is going to cost you $2,000 so she sounds correctly, because she's not singing live, for God's sake.
Well, to be fair, nobody's singing right in that movie.
No, but what I'm saying, let's just do it for damaged goods, for damage control. It's not sounding correct, but as he doesn't speak Spanish,
he wouldn't know.
He wouldn't know.
see,
One. Second, there's not cultural supervisors. It's so annoying. I mean, we have cultural supervisors in ports and industries. We do for Latino movies. You know, it's funny because the engineer that was the assistant engineer for this movie, we just hired him for another project because the mix is not wrong, right? We respect art. And if you don't believe it, I just signed his deal memo to live in America last week. So, and he was the assistant engineer, and he told me personally, I just don't care. They send the tracks, mix it, whatever. So it's disrespectful for the people that we love movies in any capacity.
Well, but for example, though, like me, I'd heard the criticism of Selena Gomez's Spanish. I'll be honest, I didn't hear it, but I wouldn't hear it because it sounds like probably close to what I sound like when I speak Spanish.
Jake, you can be drunk or drunk, and you will sound better. I talk to you in Spanish. The problem is the emphasis. You can tell that she's reading what she's saying, but she's making the accents in English. Do you want me to speak English with Mexican accent?
Sí, pero es lo mismo cuando yo hablo español.
No.
No tengo el acento mexicano.
Listen to me. Give me a second. You say Mexicano. You didn't say Mexicano. You didn't say that. You say Mexicano. That's what I'm saying. You just say. Can you repeat what you said at the beginning?
Exactamente o México. Mexicano.
There you go. You didn't say exactamente Mexico. You don't say that. You're speaking Spanish. It's like, hello, Mr. Jacques. How are you today? You want me to talk like that? No.
Hola, Senor Max.
You see, you're not saying
Yo soy
Senor Max.
Yo soy Americano.
You know, it's so wrong. Like when
Why?
a person say, I'm talking American instead of saying I speak in English, right? So it's wrong. And I know we're probably too much. We probably want everything. Thank you, Justin. You're right. Emilia Perez is the movie both the right and the left hate equally. A lot of people hate it. And you know, the lead actor dash, I don't know what you are anymore. Because our president.
The lead thespian.
No. Our president, for presidential decree, says we just have two genders. So I don't know what the fuck he is. He's so badly prepared for this limit. I just saw she called this the best movie that ever existed.
That is a blatant lie.
I know, man. Let's assume that she win the 13 Oscars and she won the best movie. It still will not be the best movie that ever existed because we have Casablanca, we have Gone with the Wind, we have
Back to the Future,
Titanic, Empire Strikes Back, even freaking Two Nacos in Las Vegas. It's even better.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Dallas
Citizen
Buyers
Kane.
Club. Citizen Kane. All Quiet on the Western Front. Every version is better than Emilia Perez.
Let me see a bad one that actually is good because I love Steven Soderbergh. Ocean's 11, Ocean 12.
That's not a bad movie. Okay, Ocean's 12 is a bad movie.
Wait. Listen to me. Ocean 11, Ocean 12, and Ocean 13 is better than Emilia Perez. Musicals, better, man. The Greatest Showman, every music, Oklahoma from 1943 is better than this.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain.
Seven songs, the same. I'm getting too passionate. I said I was gonna respect every effort of the artist.
So fuck
off, not with this one.
So I tried actually. So one of the cringiest numbers is the man to woman, woman to man, penis and vagina. Actual lyrics.
Penis and vagina.
Doesn't work in Spanish. That song has to be in English.
Jake, wait, audience. The next podcast, it will be all a musical. Like Emilia Perez. Tinto. Hi, Jake. We're gonna talk about movies. I can't believe Haley is commenting. Hey, Justin, stop. That's Emilia Perez, motherfuckers. That's
basically
exactly Emilia Perez. It's not the most beautiful thing about music, Jake, in my perception and many other people in the universe, dynamics, silence, tempo. You cannot say, I'm just going to read a script with fake rhythm and make it a music.
Yeah, and I'm
That's it.
sorry, Better Man is a significantly better film musical.
And I'm going to say something that's going to drive Haley back to the chat. How the hell they think this musical is better than Wicked?
Oh God, no. There's
Well,
just
the
in a
nomination said
just
that.
I know, but in a vacuum, that's just not true. It's not accurate.
I know, but the nomination said that. And the actress from Wicked is Latina. Is a Latina.
Ariana Grande.
Ariana
And
Grande.
I feel bad. Cynthia Erivo, another minority because Cynthia Erivo's black. If you didn't know, because she is green in the movie, so you may not know that.
Really? Now that you say that joke, let me tell you that I fell from this podcaster or influencer, if you will. I'm scrolling to do my daily scrolling at night and in the morning just to see what's going on with the world. Because I don't spend time in social media anymore. Just for what we got to talk about the podcast.
Dude, I'm the same way lately. But anyway, go on.
Anyway, so I found this guy that says, I found something new about Titanic. And I go like, did I tell you about this?
Mm-mm.
The old woman, and then he goes a rant about circumstances of the movie for 5 minutes and 30 seconds. And at the end says, it finally makes sense. The old woman is Rose. He was freaking joking us. He was trolling us, bro. Dude, he was trolling us, me and 260,000 more people. I go like, dude, it was funny.
That's funny.
That was really funny, man. I was like, dude, seriously, man. I even start considering to present to you and the team like the funniest, post of the week or the most interesting, because that guy will actually win. Now, to close this, I don't think, and you're right, Oscar will be a big turnout around, but I understand that winning an Academy Award is extremely important, but being nominated is a recognition that is not fair that the people from Wicked are not taking it in a nomination standard, not in a winning the award, but nomination standard for over that. But anyway, for the good of the art, make the best female, man, dash, whatever you are, win.
Thespian.
Thespian. That's good. That's a good. Fawn. I'm gonna call him Fawn.
Huh?
The goat, human, Fawn.
It's a satyr, isn't it?
It's Fawn. It's called a Fawn too.
A fawn is a baby deer.
No, brother. Here we go again.
No. No, hang on. A thespian is a stage performer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand what you said, but then it comes to my mind the Thespian connected to Shakespeare connected to the fawn because it's two different genders in one. Forget about my brain just went. I did the.
Just call it Phil.
I'm just gonna call him what it is. If you don't want to monetize, you wanted me not to monetize, but you know what? No. Anyway, let's talk about something more serious for a second. This is not a serious podcast. Okay, before that, I wouldn't be concerned it's gonna be substance sweep. Bro, the substance is as bad as Emilia Perez. But I'm not gonna talk about that right now. I wanna jump into a serious topic for a second. We're not a political podcast. Everything that I'm gonna say right now, please, this is my personal perception. Not as Virus Vox, the character, not as chairman of the board for Force and Corp. This is not related with the opinion of Already Media, Pantheon podcast of Force and Corp.
Yes, it is.
It's not, but thank you. I do believe in Donald Trump. I do believe that he want to do the best for our country. I do believe that there's ways to do things. And today, millions of families of immigrants in America are afraid to go to school, are afraid to go and do groceries, and are afraid to show their faces in the window of their houses. And they work really hard cutting grass, picking up garbage, and being nannies, and cook every food that we eat in restaurants. Every time we work in a park and looks fantastic, at least one Latino has been cutting that grass. Seriously, there's way to do things. Again, I believe in the presidency. We need to find a way, for the good sake of this society that we love and we call America, to find a way to embrace what we are, a bunch of immigrants that came to America to make a better living and a better country. Mr. President, I don't know if you're going to listen to this, but your wife is an immigrant. Your fantastic First Lady that we love is an immigrant. Personally, I don't have a problem, but I got friends and we got people that they don't work in the company, but they're related to the people that work in our company, an American registered corporation, and they're afraid to leave their families or they drive them to school. So just find a way, please. This country is built by immigrants. Just find a way. Today is the second day of a day without Mexicans. And we have a conversation with the team if I wanted to talk about the podcast today and if I wanted to be in the podcast. And it was discussed that I was going to be here sitting down, being quiet in respect of all my brothers and sisters Latinos. But I prefer to raise my voice and not be quiet. And quoting Shakespeare again, we will not go quiet into the night because we need you and you guys need us. So find a way. That's it. Thank you, audience. Recommendations of the week. Go ahead, Dave, please. Thank you.
You're a damn good speaker when you want to be.
Yeah, remember I'm supposed to be a politician, but yeah. But Max is gone. Let's go back to Virus Vox because this is a podcast. It's an entertainment podcast, and we're here to make you have fun and to laugh. Because believe it or not, we are the funniest podcast of the year.
Of 2024, that we are.
Anyway, recommendations. Do not watch Emilia Perez.
I don't. Anti-recommendation is don't watch Emilia Perez. Trying to think of a movie.
Something?
Oh no, I'm trying to think.
Okay, so let me go. First recommendation of the week. I went to the movie theater and I watched a movie that I watched The Brutalist, but I watched another movie. Sorry if I'm blanking a little bit. Steven Soderbergh released a new movie, The Presence. Highly recommended. People, please, if you like cinematography, if you have this path of understand art, Steven Soderbergh been doing. For people that don't know, Steven Soderbergh won an Academy Award for Erin Brockovich, right? Steven Soderbergh is a visionary. His last 3 movies were shot. 4 movies were shot with an iPhone 7. And I took the course with him. He even says, you don't need the new iPhone because you're gonna turn all the automatics off. You're gonna have good lighting, and you're gonna follow. Nowadays, we're so used to follow the perception, the real POV, not the media POV that is actually the opposite of the point of view, right? But the real point of view through the phone. So he uses the sight of the phone as the vision of the eyes of this presence in the house. So there's no close-ups in the movie. There's no pannings in the movie. It's just the movement of the camera solid. And the story is so good, Jake. So strong and simple. I usually, for personal choice, at the end of the movie, I stay the whole credits as respect of everyone that give us 6 months. I wait till the last grade, the light is off to stand up. Even I'm not reading sometimes, but I stay there for respect. Call me crazy, but I do that.
No, I get
Not
it.
in this one. I was so scared. I'm in there because I went Monday, last Monday. I'm in there, and there's just a couple behind me, right? A couple of guys that they were friends talking, right? Because we talk a little after. Uh, dude, I was so scared that when I hear them walk away from the movie theater, I stand up and left. The movie makes you feel fear, like I feel like Freddie Mercury. I feel shiver down my spine for real. My body didn't ache all the time,
I
but I
was
was
just gonna ask, was your body aching all the time?
no. Just I feel shivers. Like I went like at the end that I felt like goosebumps that I needed to leave the theater. Highly recommended. The Presence is not gonna be in theater for a long time, people. It's an artistic movie. Go and hit it, please.
And then after you
But
hit it, watch it.
and the
Um,
movie too.
yeah.
Well, we gotta be really clear because somebody said that to Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston didn't enjoy it. Oh, I watched another movie Sunday, but I can't remember. For God's sake, I don't remember about what movie I watched. Oh, let me do this, please. Green and Gold. What a magnificent, independent, light, soft, motivational movie. Two brothers in the area of Green Bay decided to shoot this movie. I got the chance to see an interview before the movie with the two of them. One of them is really sensitive and cries because they're shooting the movie, and a studio comes and tell them, "We're gonna reshoot some things. We're gonna move it of location, and we're gonna pay you a lot of money to make it." And they say no because they had a commitment with the people that do product placement with their own ranch, and they have a personal commitment. The movie's about the American way of always help each other. It's called Green and Gold because of the colors of the Green Bay Packers. I'm not a fan of the Green Bay Packers, but I respect them. It features in the time of Brett Favre. It got to be with music, country music, football, family, farmers. It's really such an independent movie. If you can catch it, it will be a blast for you to watch it in movie theaters. If not, wait till it's streaming. Sorry that I took your space to recommend other movie. Green and Gold, watch it. Fantastic. There you go.
All right, so this might seem a little bit out of left field coming from me, but I promise you, it's actually a really good movie. It is on Netflix, and it is entitled "You Are So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah." Why did you move my camera?
So let me ask a second for me, for you, and everyone in the audience. The
Hmm.
tuck 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 is your dog's tail, right?
No, that's
I've been
her.
looking around my studio the whole freaking show. I'm like,
No, that's her. That's her nails on the floor.
oh well, it's funny because I keep listen to it and this headphones like me. Anyway,
Yeah.
so you were saying, I
So
apologize.
the movie is "You're So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah." It seems like a teen comedy, and it is. It is a teen comedy, but it's really more of a family comedy. But it gets pretty intense towards middle to middle end. It's a genuinely good movie. Adam Sandler's daughter, yes, it is Adam Sandler's daughter. Actually, both of his daughters are in the movie, but the lead is his youngest daughter, and she nails it. She does such
What is the name
solid.
again?
You're so not invited to my bat mitzvah.
I assume it's a comedy.
Yes, it is a comedy, but it's a coming of age dramedy, I would say, because it has several funny elements, but the story's ultimately about it's about friendship, but true friendship. Because I'll put it to you this way without spoiling the movie: she fucks up royally. I mean, it gets bad. Like
Okay.
it gets real bad, and then
Who
the
directs this
climax.
movie? Adam Sandler? Don't ruin
No,
it for me because you're going to tell me something. I'm gonna watch it.
No. I can't remember who directed it. It's not Adam. Adam Sandler's in it. He plays the dad, and Idina Menzel plays the mom. So that's a fun little
That's
Easter
a
egg.
good combination. Yeah.
But the ending of the movie is basically about her.
No. Why are you doing that?
No. Hear me out.
Okay.
She learns the real meaning of what it is, what a mitzvah actually is. And for those of you who aren't Jewish, my friend Rabbi David Grossbaum explained this to me. A mitzvah. Okay, now I'm going to screw this up. Damn it. So I'm not going to go into
I
it.
can help you out, but go ahead.
Go for it.
I said bar mitzvah is
No, not the celebration.
So then I don't know what you're talking about.
So a mitzvah is basically, if I'm remembering this correctly, which you can watch this on the Arte podcast and the interview I do with them. It's a great interview. But a mitzvah is basically just a commandment. Now you can have good mitzvahs or bad mitzvahs. So like a bad mitzvah could be like, don't do this. And a good mitzvah is basically a good deed in service of God or your fellow man, essentially. And a bat mitzvah or a bar mitzvah, depending on if you're a boy or a girl, is basically your ascension to adulthood within the Jewish community. Not legally, but within the Jewish community. If you're a girl at 12, you have your bat mitzvah, and boys have a bar mitzvah at 13. And after that, you are considered old enough to be in charge of your mitzvahs, basically, to be in charge of your moral good deeds. So hopefully, if any of our Jewish friends are watching this, hopefully I didn't butcher that too bad. I'm a Gentile, sue me. But it's a very good movie, even if you're not Jewish.
We have good lawyers, so you'll be fine.
Jewish lawyers.
Jewish, actually, yes. Even anyway, I want to say goodbye because we're already past our time, right? But I want to thank Justin and Haley because they're always guys here. Thank you for all the audience. Please follow and subscribe. Thank you for following our social media. We're getting there. And again, let's just strive to be better. Go ahead.
I have one more quick recommendation if you'll indulge me.
Oh, really? First you didn't have one, and I just got to look nice and say goodbye so you make me look bad.
Well, no, you'll appreciate this. So
I don't know about that. Every time you say that, I get like a backlash, but okay.
Oh, no, you'll appreciate this one. So before we started the podcast, I was getting caught up on my Monday Night Raw, and we got to see yet another fantastic showing from our new good friend in the WWE, Penta, El Zero Miedo. Once again, another fantastic match. What's this?
I don't know. I know that it's a bad sign in Spanish, but I don't want to get into it.
Okay. But anyway, my recommendation.
It's comfortable, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm just comfortable doing it.
But if you have not given wrestling a chance yet, check out Monday Night Raw on Netflix. See what you like. Specifically, Penta's been wrestling every week. He's been putting on very, very good matches. The crowd's behind him. It's so great to watch him ascend to that level. I've been following him since 2014, and I've said it before. I knew the first time I saw that guy in Lucha Underground, I said, that guy is a fucking star. And to see him finally get to that level, because he's been all over the world, but to see him be in a WWE ring, having the entire crowd going along and chanting Cero Miedo with him, it's fucking great.
That's Zero Fear, people, for the people who doesn't speak Spanish.
Oh, yeah, that's...
and in the goodwill of your beautiful suggestion, if you have Netflix, run and watch Heels. Heel is a really good show.
Oh, Heels is great.
That sadly got stopped by COVID. But guess what, Jake? I read it might come back.
I hope so, dude. Oh, Heels is great.
So good. So Netflix Heels, WWE, Green and Gold, and what I say the presence. Zero Miedo. Yeah, that's what I choose. I'm just gonna do this because it's the right thing to do, right? Together as a whole. Thank you, everyone, to make this podcast be what it is. We love you. We'll respect you. And next week, we're going to have a kick-ass podcast. Remember, subscribe and share. We love you. Virus Vox out. Look, this side. on this side.